In this opening case, the courtroom is quiet but tense. Janicia Leonard steps forward, uncertain, anxious, and hoping the system will show mercy. She's not here for a verdict yet, but for a lifeline, a court-appointed lawyer. What follows reveals the fragile balance between justice, poverty, and second chances.
Good morning, you're Janicia Leonard, and did you get someone hired?
No.
Who'd you talk to?
Brian Lane, Nate Walker, Lorraine Gertz, and I reached out to Crenshaw. Everybody just gave me $500 to $1,000 just to start with. And I haven't, I received 3 job offers, background check, of course. I have 2 interviews today and 1 tomorrow.
Okay, so thank you for doing everything that I asked you. I'm going to have you fill out some paperwork this morning, Ms. Leonard, to see if you qualify for a court-appointed lawyer. Obviously, if you do qualify and then you do get one of those jobs, things could change and you would need to hire your own lawyer. But for now, you've done everything I asked. So make sure you fill it out accurately and completely. You're going to swear under oath that everything's true and correct, okay? Step in front of the clerk. She'll give you that.
A courtroom, a $60,000 debt, and a thin line between freedom and a felony. Sydney Lewis faces her reckoning for theft, a moment that could define her future. What unfolds is a rare second chance, but one with strings attached. One mistake, one missed payment, could send it all crashing down.
The only thing that I would add, Judge, is that we now have an agreed restitution figure
That's
for the court.
my question.
Yes.
What is it?
$60,000.
Okay. All right, ma'am, you are Sydney Lewis. And Ms. Lewis was previously here in cause number 24 DCCR 1905, entered a plea of guilty to the third-degree felony offense of theft of property. I've received the pre-sentence report. Have you both had an opportunity to review that report?
The defense has, Your Honor, we have no objections. Yes, Judge.
And Mr. Smith, any objections or corrections?
No objection.
All right, ma'am, I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, I'm going to follow the agreement that you made with the district attorney and defer all proceedings and place you on probation for 10 years. You are ordered to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation, and that includes paying back the restitution of $60,000. If you do all of that, this is an excellent opportunity because you don't have a felony conviction on your record. And if you successfully complete the probation, you'll never have a felony conviction. The case will be dismissed at the end. The other side of that, though, is if you violate any condition of probation, you can be brought back into court, you could be found guilty of the offense, and you could go to prison for anywhere between 2 years and up to 10 years. Do you understand? Also, $60,000 is a lot of money to pay back. And sometimes what people will do is they think, I'm going to wait and I'll pay a little bit next year when I get my tax return, and maybe I'll sell this in a year or two, and I've got 10 years, so I've got plenty of time. You will be surprised how quickly that time will pass. And at the end of the probation, you could have done every other thing correctly. And if you don't pay that restitution, and I make a finding that you could have, you can still go to prison for up to 10 years at the end and your probation be revoked. So I want you to pay something on the restitution every single month, because even if it's not a huge amount, it will add up over that time frame. Does that make sense? All right, I'm handing you the trial court certification that shows this was an agreement that I followed, and so you've waived your right to appeal. You just need to have a seat here in the courtroom. When probation's ready to go over your paperwork, she'll call you up to her desk, all right? Good luck to you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next up, Lucaria Kirkwood, charged with unauthorized use of a vehicle. It sounds simple, but in legal terms, this is serious business. The judge's tone is calm yet firm, setting the stage for accountability. This isn't just about one bad decision. It's about whether Lucaria can prove she deserves her freedom.
Good morning. Are you Lucaria Kirkwood? And Ms. Kirkwood, this is your initial appearance in cause number 25 DCCR 0190. You're charged with the state jail felony offense of unauthorized use of a vehicle from January 8th of 2025. And since you've made bond in your case, have you had an opportunity to try to hire a lawyer? So what I'm going to do, Ms. Kirkwood, is reset your case about 30 days to give you some time to try to hire somebody. If you get a lawyer hired before the next court date, just bring the reset notice that you get today to that lawyer and they'll tell you what to do. If you're unable to hire someone before that next court date, then I'm ordering you to visit with at least 3 lawyers. They all charge different amounts. They have different payment plans. Bring me back the names of those that you've talked to and we'll discuss your options. If you don't do that, then when you come back, you run the risk of me raising your bond for not following the court order and you would go back to jail. Do you understand? All right, if you'll step in front of the clerk, she'll give you your reset notice.
Antonio Sanchez returns to face the consequences of evading arrest, a high-stakes felony that could end in years behind bars. But today's tone feels different. Instead of punishment, the court offers redemption through probation. Yet the warning is clear: one wrong move, and this second chance disappears instantly.
Good morning, you're Antonio Sanchez. And Mr. Sanchez was previously in court, entered a plea of guilty to the third-degree felony offense of evading arrest or detention with the use of a vehicle. And that's cause number 25 DCCR 0790. I've received that pre-sentence report. Has everyone had an opportunity to review the report?
We have, Your Honor.
We have, Judge.
Any additions or corrections?
Not by the state judge.
Not by us, Judge.
All right, Mr. Sanchez, I'm going to find that you previously entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, I'm going to follow the agreement that you made with the district attorney and defer all proceedings, place you on probation for 5 years. You're ordered to pay the $500 fine and to follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. If you do everything that you're supposed to on this probation, this is an excellent opportunity because you don't have a felony conviction on your record. And if you successfully complete the probation, at the end, the case actually gets dismissed and you will never have a felony conviction. The other side of that, though, is if you violate any condition of probation, you can be brought back into court and you could be found guilty, so you would become a convicted felon and you could go to prison for anywhere between 2 and up to 10 years. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm handing you the trial court certification that shows this was an agreement that I followed, and so you've waived your right to appeal. If you'll just have a seat here in the courtroom and watch for probation, she'll call you up when she's ready to go over your paperwork.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Walker.
Across these 4 cases, the courtroom becomes a mirror reflecting the fragile spectrum of justice, ranging from opportunity to accountability. Genesia Leonard's case highlights the first, often overlooked stage of the justice process. Her struggle to secure representation underscores how many defendants stand at the mercy of paperwork and procedure before any real defense can begin. It's a quiet but powerful reminder that justice often starts not with guilt or innocence but access. Sidney Lewis's case adds another layer: restitution and redemption. Her $60,000 debt looms like a shadow, testing her discipline over a decade of probation. Here, justice meets mercy. The court grants her a clean record if she fulfills her promise. Yet the caution from the bench is chillingly real. Time flies, and unpaid dues can turn second chances into prison sentences. Then comes Lucaria Kirkwood, where the legal focus shifts from restitution to responsibility. The judge doesn't scold or sentence but sets a clear path. Find a lawyer, follow instructions, or risk losing your freedom. This isn't just a procedural order, it's a crossroads. It shows how compliance, effort, and respect for process can decide whether someone walks free or returns to jail. Finally, Antonio Sanchez's hearing closes the session with a rare tone of optimism. Found guilty of evading arrest, he's granted probation, a legal lifeline that could erase his felony record entirely. Yet, as every viewer can sense, the stakes couldn't be higher. Probation is not freedom, it's a test of character played out under the quiet watch of the law. Together, these cases reveal a system that oscillates between compassion and caution. The courtroom may appear routine, but each ruling carries the weight of real lives, real risks, and real hope. Every decision, whether granting counsel, imposing restitution, or offering probation, becomes a small chapter in the broader story of human redemption. So what do you think? Are these rulings fair representations of justice, or do they highlight a system too dependent on compliance and financial stability? If you found these cases as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns.